Hi dears, in the last session we have discussed once again about lesson 2 thoroughly, and you all underlined the fill-ups and important words too, isn't it? I also said that you have to learn the question and answers so that I will conduct a test, isn't it? I think you all have prepared for your test, so better you can write your test, learn this answer this question and answers, and write the test back of the classwork. See, here is a test 2 from lesson 2, conceptual understanding. First question: what are the modern equipments that are being used in cultivation? It's not good to use chemical fertilizers. Why? Third question: what are the advantages of preserving a seed? Third question. Next, questioning hypothesis. What questions would you ask a farmer in your village to know about a crop? What questions would you ask a farmer in your village to know about a crop? And next is the name the following. Name two agricultural equipments. Name two types of farming. Name two varieties of rice. Name two biofertilizers. Name two cash crops. Okay, I think it's a very easy test. All can answer these questions. Okay, children. Now, let's go to the lesson. Now, let's go to the lesson 3. Okay. Next, go to the lesson 3. In the last class, we have learned about crops, isn't it? How the farmers grow crops and how do we get the food to eat. Children, I think is only growing crops is enough. Okay, only we farmers' responsibility is to grow the crops. Yes, let us discuss all the things why it is very important to grow the trees also. Is it only farmers' responsibility or everyone's responsibility? Can you see on the screen these two pictures, children? The first picture is filled with greenery everywhere. And see the next picture, it is barren. It is a dry soil. What differences do you notice in the above two pictures? One is filled with greenery and other is barren. Which picture do you like? Why? Obviously, we like the first picture because it is so beautiful. Okay, can you see the grass is spreaded down and the bushy trees and see the lovely flowers everywhere. So the greenery is filled here. And why we don't like this? Because nothing is there to see. So we don't like it. Now, what is about where do you find more greenery? Can you tell where you find? Okay, you might say the park. You might say near the other places, isn't it? But the way the greenery is found, children, in the forest. Can you guess why the second picture has changed? Where do you find more animals? Why? See why this second picture is changed, children. Tell me why? Because here are no trees. Might be because of the droughts, isn't it? Might be because of no rain at all for many years. That's why this place is without greenery, without the plants, without the grass, isn't it? Can you see the animals here? No. But here we can see the animals. Are there any places in a locality without trees? Okay, you can find out. Are there any locality in your places without trees? And why? Because there are no one to take care of them. What should we do to avoid the occurrence of such conditions? What we have to do? See, if we only the farmers will grow the crops only for the use, then what about the forest? Once you think, how the forest will grow, what is the importance of the forest, isn't it, children? As we all learned in our last sessions, what are the importance of the forest? Let us recall what are the importance of the forest, isn't it? Forest is a shelter for many plants and animals. That is the first point, isn't it, children? The forest is a shelter for the many plants and animals. Okay, and at the same time, we get many things from the forest, isn't it? Like medicines, like perfumes, wood, sandalwood, teak, many things. And from the trees, we'll make the paper. Isn't it such a? And one more important thing is, if there is no forest, there is no rainfall, isn't it? Because the trees take the carbon dioxide and gives out the oxygen. What we do, we take the oxygen and give out the carbon dioxide. This is a give and take policy of plants and the human beings, isn't it? We need oxygen, they need carbon dioxide. So the oxygen is very, very important. Forests are forest rainfall causes only due to the forest. Such forests are very important to the earth, isn't it? Before let's go to the lesson, once let's talk about our earth. You all know, children, our earth is occupied one third of the water, isn't it? Only the quarter part is land. Three-fourth of the earth is water only. Only one-fourth is the land. Okay, right. On that land, you know how much is a forest? Before the forest was so much. Now, day by day, it is decreasing. Why? See, most of the places are becoming, as we saw in the picture, second picture. Why? What is the reason? So, let's go into the lesson and learn deeply. Now, let me read the paragraph, children, and make you to understand. We feel very happy and cheerful when there are plants and trees around us. Forests have many types of trees. Forests render greenery to the earth. Forests should occupy one third of the earth's space, but this this cover is decreasing day by day and it is only 21% at present. So, children, I'll stop to here. Now, what I'm telling you is, if you feel very cheerful and happy, isn't it? When there are plants and trees around us. Forests have many types of trees, isn't it? Forests have many types of trees. You can see the number of varieties of trees in the forest. And forests render greenery to the earth. Forest should occupy one third. So I said no, only the quarter part is the land. In the quarter part, how much it should be occupied? 33% out of the 100%, 33% should be the forest of the earth space. But this cover is decreasing day by day and it is only 21% at present. So 33% where and 21% where. So that means how much it is decreased till nearly 12%. As the area occupied by the forest is decreasing, as the area occupied of the forest is decreasing, the number of the birds and animals is also decreasing. Last, in the first lesson, we have learned no the extinction of animals. Why it is happening? Because the forests are decreasing. Why? Because the forests are decreasing. Who is the main cause for that decreasing? Man, isn't it? As the forests are decreasing, the number of birds and animals are also decreasing. The decreasing rainfall leads to decreasing groundwater level and the rivers are getting dried up. The decrease in the rainfall, if the forests are not there, what will happen, children? No rains at all. Okay, the ground level water will be decreased, isn't it? See, now you see the how we get the water from the ground level. See, if the well is there, what is it? If you dig deeply into the earth, what we get the water, isn't it? Bore wells are there. If you dig a bore well, if you want to get a water, what you will do? You will dig a bore well and you'll draw the water from the ground level. If there is no rainfall, even the ground level also water will be also decreased. Then what will happen automatically? The rivers will get dried up. And you know, such a big oceans also one day they will be dried up. If there are no rivers, then what about ocean water we can't use? isn't it? As they are salty. If the rivers are if the rivers are dried up, then how will have a water? We need water to grow the crops, isn't it? We need water to drink. We use water for many purposes. If that rivers are dried up, then what we will do? The Earth's outer surface is getting hotter. You know, children, our Earth is surrounded by the atmosphere. I taught you in the fourth class also. The Earth is surrounded by the layer called atmosphere. It's a mixture of gases, isn't it? There are the layers, many layers that we learn in the next classes, in the next lessons. Okay, there are many layers. In that, one of the ozone layer is there. That ozone layer is protecting our Earth. See, because of the most of the pollution, the decreasing of forest, more pollution like sound pollution, chemical pollution, so many pollutions where it is raising, isn't it? River pollution, soil pollution, many pollutions. Because of that, the ozone layer is damaged. That ozone layer, it is damaged. They got some blocks there, holes there. So one like that, what is happening, children? You know, our Earth is a third planet to the sun. You know, the sun is a hot ball of gases. Such it, we are near to the sun. Earth is a third planet only. We are near to the sun. Then how we are protected? Because of the layers of the atmosphere. In that, one of the ozone layer is there that will be protected. But because of our actions, what is happening? The ozone layer is getting damaged. When it is getting damaged, what is happening? The hotter gases from the sun is directly falling on the earth. Okay, so this is a very, very, very serious issue, children. So we have to stop the pollution. We have to stop the various types of pollutions. We have to plant. If you get protected from these things, means what we have to do? We have to protect our earth. If we have to protect our earth, what we have to done? We have to grow trees. What we have to do? We have to grow trees. Not only you and me, everyone should grow the tree. Okay, so here can you see the last line? The earth's outer surface is getting hotter. Ecological balance is being disturbed due to environmental pollution because of human activities. That's what I was saying, no? Because of our activities, the environment pollution, total environment is polluted, isn't it? Birds, animals, forest, everything. One day nobody will be there. See, children, every time I said in the first lesson, we have learned about the animals, how we are dependent on the animals. In the next lesson, in second lesson, we learned about how we depend on the crops, plants. So now here we are saying about we have to grow the plants. See, again we are coming back. Why? Because we depend on human beings. We means human beings depend on plants and animals. Whereas the plants depend on the humans, isn't it? We have to grow the crops, we have to plant the trees, then only they will grow, isn't it? And animals depend upon the plants. So we are interlinked with each other. Atomically, we are interlinked with each other, isn't it? We depend, human beings depend on plants and animals. Animals will depend on the plants. Okay, the plants where they are depending, they are depending on humans only, no, indirectly. So we have to take care of the plants, isn't it? That is the main topic here. If these conditions continue, see the next para, children. If these conditions continue, it may lead to the extinction of all the living organisms on the earth. I said, no, children. First lesson only, I said why the animals are being extincted. Like dinosaurs, many creatures were there previously. Now we can't see them. Why? Because of our activities. Many animals, many plants, many trees, they are extincted now. They can't see such things now because of our activities, because the forests are being reduced. In order to overcome the situation, what we have to do? We have to protect our environment. So if you want to protect our earth, if you want to protect ourselves, what we have to do, if you want to protect the animals, which we are depending on them, we have to protect our earth. If you want to protect our earth, we have to protect our forest. If you want to protect our forest, what we have to do, we have to plant the trees. What we have to do, we have to plant the trees. It is our duty to safeguard trees and forest wealth. Whose duty, children? You can underline, children. It is our duty to safeguard trees and forest wealth. We should protect forest and grow trees wherever possible. Okay, children, we should protect forest and grow trees wherever possible. See, what is the meaning of possible? Our teacher, I'm in a small house, teacher. We are having very small house where no place for us where we can grow the plants. No, children, where there is a will, there is a way. You can grow the small plants in and around your home, also in the balcony, on the terrace, wherever you want, you can grow the trees. Okay, that will protect you. It will give the fresh air to you. Okay, it will give so many things. Okay, now let's know how to grow plants. In this lesson, children, let's know how to grow plants and the favorable conditions essential for their growth. See, children, oh, growing crops. Okay, teacher, I sowed the seed. Okay, teacher, when it will grow, when I'll get the fruit, when I will get this. So many questions we'll be having. But is it easy to just sowing a seed is easy? We have learned in the second lesson how the farmers struggle for a crop nearly 3 to 6 months. To every crop, we need a 3 to 6 months. For the fruits and vegetables, also, at least we need 1 month to get, isn't it? So, in such conditions, how we can grow the plants? Let's learn in the next topic. Okay. Now, here is 3.2. Is light essential for the growth of a plant? Okay, children, one simple example I'll tell you. Take any small pot, earthen pot, or any bowl, waste bowl in your kitchen you find, no? Take that. Okay, nice. You keep a nice soil, everything, and sow the seeds and put it in a dark place in one corner of your room where the light does not enter. You see, after daily water it. Okay, after 3 or 4 days, you go and see. Can you say anything? No, because here is an experiment I'll tell you. Now look at here. Take two potted plants. Keep one potted plant in a dark room and the other potted plant in the sunlight. That means open place. Water these plants every day. Observe them for a week. Record your observation in the table given below. It's so easy, children. Now your people are at home. Take it to pots, okay? Any empty pots. I'm not talking only about the pots. Just take empty bowls, or else empty bowls are not there. At least cut a bottles are there, no, the waste bottles, or else waste, what we'll say, cotton bags or anything. Take that, fill a soil, sow the seeds, and keep one in the outer space in a balcony or else any outer part out of your door, anywhere you can keep, or you keep one other pot in a dark room and observe. Water daily and observe. Daily you observe. 1 day, second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day. See, and you have to tick how they are growing. The plant in the dark room is grown more, the plant in the open place. Surely I will tell you that plant in the open place only grows. Why? Because the plants need a sunlight. What does a plant need? A sunlight. Sunlight is very, very important, essential for the growth of a plant. You can do this experiment at home also, children. Now, here is a group work. Identify the differences in the growth of two plants and discuss in groups. Say the results. Okay. Now, which plant is healthy? Why? Yes, obviously, I said no. The plant which grows in the outer space will be only healthy because the plant needs sunlight. What did you learn from this experiment? What do we learn from this experiment? That means the plant needs a sunlight. Now, 3.3. Is fertile soil essential for the growth of a plant? Yes, children, this is also very important. See, take two pots. Fill one of them with a ordinary soil and the other with the mixed organic manure. What I'm telling children, take two pots, fill one of them with ordinary soil and the other with the soil mixed with organic manure. Organic manure we discussed in the last lesson only. What is a organic manure? Cow dung, this whatever the wastes of the plants and animals are, they know those. Okay. Now plant two similar healthy plants in them. Take any plants like tomato or else some any brinjal or any fruit or anything, any plant you take, healthy plant you take, both healthy plants. Plant two similar healthy plants in them. Keep them in sunlight. Both you keep in the sunlight only. I'm not telling to keep one in the dark room and one in the no. Both the pots you keep under the sunlight only. And you observe. Water them every day. Observe them for a week and tabulate your result. So here, is it healthy? What is the height and other changes? Plant in the ordinary soil, plant in the fertile soil. You can feel this table. Now you are at home only, no children. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. So, which plant will grow healthy? The plant in the ordinary soil or the plant in the fertile soil? Can you guess, children? Yes, you are right. Plant in the fertile soil grows more healthy. So, from this experiment, what do we understand? That the plant needs the fertile soil. What does a plant needs? Fertile soil. In above what we have learned, that plant need the sunlight, first thing, and the plant need the fertile soil. That is the second thing. These both are essential. Now, coming to the 3.4. Is water essential for the growth of a plant? Yes, of course, children. Select two plants growing in a fertile soil. Pour water to one of the plant every day and ignore. See, same as usual, children. Take two pots. Okay. Put you put a fertile soil. You put under the sunlight. Okay. But you water one plant. You don't water other plant. Will be the difference? You can see. Okay. You ignore one of the plant. Don't put water for them. So observe them for a week and write down your results. What will happen, children? You can see in the picture the plant which you pour the water, see grown very nicely and it is so healthy. Can you see here this spot? Yes, it has dried up. The plant has dried up. So from this experiment, what do you have learned? The plant need sunlight, the plant need fertile soil, and the plant need water too. Okay, what we have understood, children? Plant need the sunlight, plants need the fertile soil, and plant also need the water. Okay. Now, what did you learn about the condition essential for the growth of a plant from the above experiments? The above experiments, what we have learned? Sunlight, fertile soil, and water are essential for the growth of the plant. From these experiments, we have learned. What are the other factors that you have observed in the above experiments? What are the other factors? Yes, other factor also we have observed. Exhibit the observation of the experiments, discuss about the result in your classroom. So this is all we can learn. We have learned from the above experiments that, underline children, this is very important. We have learned from the above experiments that water, sunlight, and fertile soil are essential for the growth of a plant. Let us know about the places favorable for the growth of a plants. Okay, now we have learned about the things like water, sunlight, fertile soil essential. Then what are the favorable places? Yes, the favorable places also will be there, isn't it, children? Now, see growing plants. Growing plants. Okay, we'll stop up to 3.4. So, about from these experiments, we have learned what are the essential things of the uh, water, sunlight, and fertile soil, isn't it? Till now, it is enough, children. And the next session, I'll be teaching how to grow the plants. What are the favorable places for the growth of a plants? Okay, I think all of you have understood. Hope you all of you have understood. Now, children, don't forget to answer the questions which I have given you. Please go through the lesson. Go through the lesson. Okay. And underline the hard words. Underline the hard words and read the lesson till where I have taught you 3.4. Okay. Bye, children. Take care.